close.
Firefighter Smedley, Firefighter Lewis, thanks for coming in today. I hate to cut this meeting short, but I had to ask you to come in because there were some issues that were brought to my attention. Chief's coming over to talk to me to see what I could find out, so I just wanted to give you guys a chance to talk about it. I want to thank you for coming in here in a timely fashion. Because of time, I want to hear what you both have to say. I want to be able to take notes and listen to what you have and document, so when I follow back with the chief on what's going on, I can let him know. Some issues have come up. He brought to my attention there were 3 people that had called the division, wanted to file a complaint. I don't know if they have yet, but we have a guy that said you guys had went on medical alarm, had broke his door. We also have a young lady that says the while back you guys were on a run or just driving down the road, blew an air horn at her, and then were whistling at her, catcalling. And then we had the other day, you went to the school to do a PR, and the principal was kind of upset, didn't think you guys were acting like you weren't interested in being there, and just said you guys weren't showing much attention to the kids. And then all of a sudden, after about 20 minutes, you guys just got on the truck and then just kind of bolted out of there and didn't see anything. So I'm just trying to find out what's going on. I'll start with you. Firefighter Lewis, you were the driver of the truck. Can you give me what your thoughts are on these 3 things? Are you aware of any of these, or do any of these sound familiar to you?
I mean, I remember the program, I was just kind of following everybody's lead on that. I was talking to kids, showing the truck stuff, I don't know, and then it was time to go, so. Man, we go on so many runs, I don't like, some guys, what did you say, medical alarm?
It was a medical alarm, and he said his door got broken in because he wasn't home. When he showed up, you guys just told him supposedly
Are we
that.
supposed to go into a house and make sure somebody's not down and dead in there?
Well, I'm just so did you guys kick the guy's door in, or that's what I'm just trying to find out. I don't know
It's
what's.
kind of sound familiar to me, so I don't know.
No, we forced the
Well,
door.
what I'm trying to do is I'm going to listen to you. I'm taking notes. I'm going to hear what he has to say so I can follow back and just trying to gather thoughts, because if I'm jumping all over the place,
Okay.
I might miss it. So I apologize for that, but I just want to make sure I'm hearing. So you don't recall the run where you went on a medical alarm and.
I mean, I remember a bunch of medical alarms, but we've broken down a few doors. I don't know specifically which one you're talking about.
He said he showed up and you guys pretty much told him he was on the hook for the door and there was nothing you could do, and you guys just left. Do you remember that?
I remember that old guy that showed up, yeah. Yeah, he wasn't real happy.
So, what about anything with the air horn with young ladies and whistling at them as you go by?
Oh, yeah, you're talking about the lady down in the L. She's pretty hot. See her body. You've seen her before. After watering flowers, bent over in the tight shorts.
So, you are saying that you are blowing the horn at her and whistling at her when you drive by?
I blew the horn. I was kind of just trying to impress these guys, I mean, I've been here that long, but, she's hot.
So, you were blowing the horn at her? Was there whistling going on at her? Catcalling, so to speak?
I mean, the horn's pretty loud, I'm sure. I don't know.
We were
Okay.
loud, but I mean,
Well, like I said, I just want to hear what he has to say, and I'm coming right back. I'm making notes. And then the third one with the PR, you said you were just there.
And I was just there, the new guy, hey, kid, show them the truck. So I was giving the kids tour a truck, and then it was time to go.
Any issues showing the kids, or?
No, they were just kids. I mean, they don't listen and ask questions that have nothing to do with what you're trying to teach them. It's no big deal. I'm used to
So they weren't asking questions. They were asking. I'm sorry. What was
You know how
that?
this programs go. My mom's got a blue hat. Any questions? Yeah, my brother said one time that he saw a fire. So no, it was no big deal. It was just the same stuff it always is. Show up
So,
and
gotcha. So you were there. You're showing the truck, and the kids were asking questions, and you were trying to answer. Is that correct?
Yeah.
To the best of your ability.
that's what
Okay. Firefighter Smedley, you were in charge of the engine.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Give me what happened with this door. Are you familiar with what's going on with this medical
Yeah.
alarm, or does it?
Yeah, we go there. We go there every few weeks.
Okay.
So it's never. Sometimes he's there. You know what I mean? But it's never. It's always false alarms.
Okay.
And so we went there. We beat on the door. We requested a key holder. We asked for the alarm company to verify that he was there. FAO came back with nothing. I popped the door with a Halligan. That's it. I broke the casing, broke the lock set out. That's it. We went in, verified he wasn't there. secured it as best we could. We called CPD. We went to leave. This dude comes up, he evidently he gets home, he starts ripping our ass. I'm like, hey, sorry, man, you're the one with the alarm.
Okay.
And he keeps going on saying he wants to complain. Told him to call the mayor's hotline.
And so this has been an issue. We know we have false alarms there, so we have an issue with his alarm company. Is that what
Correct.
you're telling me?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm hearing?
Correct.
Okay. Did you happen to walk around the house, try to find any other access to the house, any open windows?
Yeah,
to
he's-
possibly go in and look before you
but
force the
I
door?
didn't see any, without ripping out a screen or something, I didn't see any windows that were open. It would, we tried the side door and the back door.
But you did check all the windows too, is what
Yeah.
you're telling me?
I couldn't slide them without ripping out the screen, but no other window was open.
So
I
if
do
you'd
remember
have tore out the screen,
I'd have
might have
still
done
done
damage.
damage.
You'd have done damage to the screen, but you possibly could have went through a window that way, is
I
what you're
could have,
telling me?
yeah.
Okay. What about the lady down the street? He's already confirmed that we've blown. Is this a common practice that we're blowing the air horn and whistling at this young lady?
To be honest with you, she always waves and stuff. I'm a little surprised that she's complaining about this because, I don't know. what
Do
the
we
deal
blow
is.
the air horn and whistle at her?
Yeah, it's been
We did
done.
that time, I mean, I know.
Okay,
it's been done.
remember what I said. I gave you a chance to
Alright.
talk, and I want to hear, because I want to make sure I'm getting these notes right when I talk to the chief. So you're saying we have been blowing the air horn at her?
It's happened, yeah.
And what about the school public relations?
No,
What the principal said
The
and
whole
what
thing's
he
a
said?
joke.
So what's a joke?
Well, just how they handle it down there.
Who handles what? On
The school,
or
it's
the?
like we show up and we're the babysitters, them kids are climbing all over the trucks and, I can't control them.
Are there teachers out there helping, or the
Oh,
principal?
you money?
Are there any teachers or anybody out there, or
No,
do they just
no,
bring the
the,
kids
uh,
out?
No,
they
the
just-
kids are out there and the teachers disappear.
So there's no teachers around?
Yeah, they disappear.
Okay. So what would you suggest in the future, how we can handle these three things? You're in charge, you've been there, do you have any suggestions?
No, I readily admit we shouldn't be blowing the air horn or making any cat calls or anything like that. Other than that, I got no complaints with how anything else went.
Okay. Well, here's my issue with it. I'm glad you addressed the air horn. So from here on out, my expectations are we're gonna be professional. We play around, we goof off in the firehouse, but when we leave, we've got to be professional. And driving down the road, blowing the air horn at people and catcalling at women, unacceptable. It doesn't look good to the public, it makes us look bad, and then we get calls like this. So from here on out, we're not doing that anymore. Number two, my other expectation, we go on alarm, false alarm, we got issues with, we can do false alarm notices. You're aware of that, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with fire alarms, it's the same thing with medical alarms. We fill out the same form. The other thing you're telling, we know that there's gonna be less damage to a screen than there is to a door. So you told me you probably could have went through the window. It probably would be better if you needed to go through. But since you know you go there on multiple times, on multiple false alarms, we probably could have waited for the key holder or waited till we got confirmation from the alarm company. What I'm gonna do is follow back with this gentleman and see if we can help him out to get with his alarm company to see if they can fix the alarm, because it sounds like there's an issue with the alarm. Mr. Brown, the principal over there, I'm gonna get with him and talk with him, because I really think it's a safety issue as far as us being there and them not having teachers there to help.
Absolutely.
I think that they need to have people there to help supervise, but I also think it's great PR when we are showing the trucks and the little kids, they ask, their mouths are unfiltered. That's what I love about little kids. But you can groom them, try to make it fun for them, and get them on the trucks, but we need the teachers there for safety reasons, so when you do leave, they're there. So I'll be talking to the principal, but I think it's very important because we need these kids to understand we're the good guys, and we always teach you to stop, drop, and roll, never hide from a fireman. So they need to know who we are and that we're there for them. But if we go in with that I don't care attitude, remember some of these kids, we don't know what their home life's like, but seeing us there, we become their buds.
Nobody said we didn't care about them kids. I'm just telling you, we were there, the teachers left, we got to run, we had to go.
Well, I understand that, but he felt this, you got to run. So that was my point. And I will talk to him about the run and let him know. So these are things I'm gonna follow back around and follow up, and I'll let you guys know and I'll follow up with you. I've documented all this. I'm gonna let the chief know. And like I said, we'll follow up in a couple days. I'm gonna let you know what I find out from all these other individuals. But until then, my expectations are, we will sit there and do the PRs. We're not gonna blow the air horns anymore. And we're not gonna go kicking in doors just because it's a medical alarm, especially on ones that are multiple. Is that understood?
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys are great. You've been a great asset, and I don't want these things to be an issue, and I don't feel they are an issue. I feel we've addressed them, and things will be great. Any questions?
No?
No.
Thank you, guys. Even though